Hello and welcome to Great Asian Mysteries, a show where we tackle baffling and mysterious crimes being committed in real life. I'm your host, Zito Khan, and today we're diving straight into Pakistan, a country full of culture, great food, amazing landscapes. The Daulah Shah Shrine that is located in Gujarat, which is a city in the province of Punjab. And what is the and they pray for children. Now, families who are looking to have children, they pray. And the very firstborn that they receive, they sacrifice it to the shrine on the wall. They give it out of respect. And what happens beyond those walls? Yeah, that is a part that's very, very disturbing. Now, I'm sure everyone is aware that in Pakistan, there is a culture of children who are not very normal. They have deformities, they look strange, they look like something has happened to them, and a disturbing phenomenon known as the fractal. Is it a natural phenomenon or is it something you don't know for sure because anytime there has been an investigation, it's been silenced? We're going to take an example of one child, Nadia. It's a very, very poor child who begs for donations right around the area, and she looks rather odd. Now, these kids have deformities. They have weird limbs, weird sized heads, and the way they look, it makes you wonder what really happened. Was it a lack of vaccine? Was it something to do with being kidnapped or being thrown into a life of crime or being forced into doing things that they don't want to do? Exploitation for money, for power, a culture, a ring. You don't know for sure. And what happens to these children? They are being controlled by stronger people. Yes, there are people there who control a lot of things just because they can have a lot of money. And that money gets thrown around with officials and authorities so they can maintain that power. And these kids, let's look at them. It looks like that they have been abused horribly. I mean, a lot of times they have a metal cap strapped to their head, and that makes their heads not grow normally, and their mental capacity doesn't increase. And then their bodies have the same result as well. Their bodies are very scrawny, abnormal. They don't look okay. They do look abused. So I don't think it's a case of not having the right kind of vaccine or the right kind of milk. It looks like they're being beaten and abused in ways that gives them that certain look. And I'm sure you've seen these kids on the streets. It could be on the sidewalks, the signals. You've seen them. And this is the result when the kids aren't being taken care of. A top scientist, a Pakistani scientist, was onto them. He was discovering things and he came to the conclusion that this is not normal. This is being done to them. And when he raised awareness, when he was getting media attention, he was silenced, banned, and warned. So that means there is foul play. Because there's no way that God can be so cruel that he's going to make sure that kids have this kind of thing. And at the Daulah Shah Shrine, the authorities there, the people that are in charge, they were approached with these allegations, with the evidence, but they denied it. They denied all allegations and said there's no such thing. And the people around there, because of that, no one's going to do anything about it. Weak investigations, weak justice system, no care for kids, and also because of the fact that these kids are being sexually abused, they know they're not going to report to anybody because of that stigma. And that's very sad because that's the most alarming part, but instead it's just being thrown down there. And the most disturbing part here is that weekly, on a weekly income basis, the Daulah Shah Shrine makes up to $700 US. Where is this money going? Who's using it? What is being done with the money? Who's being silenced? Who's being influenced? And who's being lured into continuing the business and spreading it further? On a daily basis, these kids are being abused, they're being lured in, and they're being forced to do things. And think about it. When you're on the streets and you see these kids begging, you see the innocence, you see that sadness, and you're forced to give money. A lot of times we're being warned to not give the money because, there's a mafia being, they have their hand in. A lot of times, either we're in a hurry or we just feel the sympathy for these kids and we give the money. And through those donations, this money goes into their pockets. And this enables the whole thing to continue. Well, that's it for this case, and now we're more aware of what's going on. Keep this in mind. You see kids, you see deformative kids, that's the magic. That's their trick, because they know kids with some sort of issue, they're gonna hit you in the heartstrings and you're gonna pull the money out. Do not do that. Have a heart of stone in that very small moment. Hopefully, this whole culture stops. Hopefully. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and stop giving money to kids and enabling things and circles like the Daulah Shah Shrine. Take care.